Hi, friends. This is Caitlin checking in with you with Pink and Maine. I saw a lot of people already in the comments, so that's always lovely to see. Let's see. We had Virginia checking in, Lisa checking in, um, Gloria's here, Kathleen's here, Maria. Um, so yes, Gloria said it seems like it's been a long time since we've been live. It has been a whole week. Hopefully, you guys had a good week, a good holiday week. If you're here in the US, I see Karen is here, Melissa's checking in, Lori, Deanne, Jody, Sharon. So good to see you guys. So glad you guys found me. It has been a whole week. So yeah, I'm excited. As you saw from the title, we are going to be playing with the stamp and die of the month. Um, hey Karen, so my birthday was Saturday, and it was really good. I got to celebrate with my family, which was lovely. I will warn you now, there's one little fly that is floating around because my kids are terrible about leaving, like closing the door behind them in the kitchen, and they love these lights. So if a fly is, in and out of the shot, you're just going to have to forgive me. But yeah, I have the July Stamp and Die of the Month. All of the monthly kits are available now. Once the release goes live in a couple weeks, you can also still get them. So if you're watching this later on, go check out the Lift Your Spirits stamp set, and that'll be available too. So yeah, I just have a vision for a very cute card. And I do want to tell you guys that I now have the complete Olo collection, everything that is out so far. I went through and I put them all, sorry, in color order. And I'm still learning them, but we are going to try to start incorporating them. I cannot promise they will be the only marker that I'm using, because they're going to get most of the job done, but there still is a little gap here and there in the colors. So we might have to phone a friend and bring in a Copic under, dire circumstances. But I thought it would be fun to start mixing and matching and playing and seeing some differences. And if you fall in love with Olos, Pinkamene has that. So that's lovely. Let's see. I saw a couple of more people just popped in. Connie's here. Anna's here checking in from Pennsylvania. Sharon's checking in from Texas. Hopefully you're doing okay, Sharon. I know I have friends in the Houston area that are still without power. So that's been really stressful for them. Thank you, everybody, for my birthday wishes. Um, let's see. Let's see. Donna's here checking in. And I saw Donna left me a very, very kind message on my new YouTube video that went up tonight. So thank you for that, Donna. Um, let's see. Annette's here. Uh, do we have? Oh, we have two Sharons. We also have a Sharon from Wyoming. That's exciting. Michelle's here. What a good crew. All right. Let's go ahead and swap over so we can get a good look at this new stamp set. Literally so cute. I like squealed at how cute this stamp set is when I opened the box. They're all cute, but this cow has my whole heart. Like teeny tiny, teeny little bunny, cat's cute. They're all cute, but that cow, so cute. So you get the air balloon, the little banners that can go like across it, which are really sweet. The little banner that can go on the basket, a little rainbow, some clouds, because you could even do like your little critter popping up over the rainbow. They don't have to be in the basket, which is fun. Some cute sentiments. Hi there, just a note to lift your spirits, sending smiles across the miles. So this size and the fact that it's kind of already pushing that length has me in the mood for a mini slimline card. And it's been a minute since we made one. So I did take my stitched mini slim set number 2 And I already pulled the one that's the correct size to pair up with our layered scallops. So we're going to have fun with some layered scallops in our background. On our bigger scallop here, this stitched, it's the second largest. You can see it's like the perfect size so that those little scallops just peek right around the edges. So we're going to start by, I guess we should stamp our images first. I just want to jump into this fun background, but the smarter thing to do would be to prep our other elements. So let's stamp these images. Let's see, I saw Raquel checking in. Melissa's getting ready to go to Iceland on Friday. That's going to be so exciting. I can't wait to hear all about it. Dainty's here and checking in. Miss Judy B. Love it, love it. Thank you, ladies, so much. All right, so I put in a piece of my Copic Express It paper, and we're going to pull out our all of our little buddies. We are going to be using the hot air balloon. Like I said, you don't have to. You could definitely use the rainbow, or if you have like standalone word dies, like the thanks that's in the Mod Slim, Mini Slim, or the hello that's in the layered scallops, you could always pop one of these little critters, especially the small ones, like up over those letters. So keep that in mind too, that they can be like little companions to those type of what my dies that's trying to steal my magnet. So there's more ways to use these even than what's on here. Obviously, we're gonna color the cow. Obviously, cow's the whole inspiration for my whole card. We're gonna pop in a couple clouds. I think I want to do the basket banners. So it looks nice for you guys while I'm coloring. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Let's start with that. We're going to get a little bit of the coating off of our stamps. Hey, Mommy Guide. My birthday was on Saturday. So, yeah, I did get a couple belated birthday wishes. So, thank you guys so much. I had a lovely weekend with my family. I need my asphalt ink. There it is. I did also go get some additional ear piercings this weekend. And I just want you to know that I changed my original plan because I found out that one of the piercings I wanted meant I wasn't going to be able to wear earbuds. And I thought it would be weird to have like giant headphones on while I was live with you guys. I like having the little earbuds. I feel like I don't look like, I don't know, I'm on a podcast or something. So I changed it up and got something different that I still very much love. But it's so funny the things you have to like think about, even though, you know, it's a job, but it's not a job. You guys know. You know what an interesting situation we're in here, right? With our lives. Just out here trying to make cards and have fun. All right, let's see. Oh, Melissa said her son turned 21 on Sunday. Happy birthday to him. But she said my baby's not a baby anymore. That's how my daughter's going to be 10 at the end of the month, and that's how I feel. Double digits. I'm not ready, man. She wants to have a sleepover, her first sleepover party. So I'm trying to prep and plan for that. We'll see. As GDB said, it's always nice when you can extend your birthday through the weekend. It is nice because my Bloom, my day job is at Bloom Daily Planners, and I run their social media. And they decided at the last minute on Tuesday that the office was going to be closed on Friday. So I had off Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday, Sunday. And because we weren't in the office on Friday, we celebrated my birthday in the office yesterday. So really, it was like I got Thursday to Monday. Really nice. Um, very lovely. Yeah, and Virginia, and yours is the on 4th of July, right? She said I extended mine for about a week. And I know Karen, you said yours was last week too, right? I know, remember it was the beginning of July. Was it the 2nd? Can't remember. Okay, I need a piece of ice rink cardstock. Michelle said her anniversary is tomorrow. That's lovely. Happy anniversary to you. Um, Donna said I'm going to claim the whole month. You know what, Donnie? Go for it. If you want to celebrate the whole month, I think it's only your right. Okay, and I'm just trimming this ice rink cardstock down because I am starting to run a little low. I'm also very low on my glue, and I looked right before I went live, and it looks like Michelle did get the new or the glue back in stock. So I know we checked, I don't know, maybe a month ago, maybe 2 months ago. It's been a minute, but we did check recently, and you guys told me that the site was out of stock. So I did look. We was back in stock. So I will be putting an order in this week for some more ice rink. Oh, virgin dog here. That's nice. Ice rink cardstock and some more glue. All right, let me see if I can show you, and I'll show you my. Well, actually, that wasn't too bad. Sometimes, depending on what gets stuck on my paper, just rubbing it with a cloth or the inside of my shirt is enough to kind of brush it away. That looks pretty good. I'll save that for another time. Okay. And we are going to take our Cloudy Day stencil and our Lakeside ink, and we're just going to make a really cute little cloud background. We're going to use the outer edges of our Cloudy Day stencil. We're not going to do the center ones this time. And I'm also going to use up a little bit more of this Heavy Doodle tape. Sherry said that she's working on her Kendra challenge. That's good. So love that. Kendra always has a very fun card challenges. Kendra Morgan, a very lovely friend of Pink and Beans. All right, so this is sticky enough that I think it'll help kind of hold this in place. So we're going to start. I always like the very top of my panel to be more blue than anywhere else. So this looks like, where you can actually see the sky and the rest is clouds. So I'm going to color this top part up way more vibrant than the rest. Okay. And you can see I'm already getting fingerprints or something down here, but that's okay. All right, we're going to shift this over a little bit, cover up the cloud right under there, and without adding any more ink to my brush, I'm going to start pushing the ink that's on my stencil up onto my cardstock. And you might be like, well, that doesn't really look like much. But once you lift your stencil up, you get that really nice little cloud. And that's what makes the cloud still look white with a shadow, is not going too heavy. So we'll shift that again. So when I say shift, I mean I'm just moving back and forth. We can also rotate. We'll rotate here in a second. This will be our last shift on this side. We can add a little ink, and then I'm going to tap off the extra there. And I'm also not blending all the way up to that previous line. I'm using teeny tiny little circles and blending just over that stencil. We want just the very bottom of that cloud to have that shadow. So now we can rotate the whole thing. Start using this side panel. We can add a little more ink because this stencil doesn't already have ink for us to be pushing. It's clean. And we're going to just carry this the whole way down. And because this bottom section is more, or sorry, this side of our stencil is really straight, I am kind of tilting it, making it a little bit of a diagonal side to side. Just to break it up. But you can do, and we'll finish. I really like how this one kind of dips, like that little U shape. I really love having that at the bottom of my cards. And then I also like to add a little bit right at the very bottom of my card. I don't like to forget that last little layer of shadow down there. All right, so that is our fluffy, puffy little cloud background. Hey, Misty, checking in. And Darcel, you're good. You did not miss much. We're just prepping a sweet little background here for our stamp images that we're going to be coloring up next. All right, so I'm going to move everything off of my glass surface here. We can get rid of our tape. I'm going to take a little spray bottle of water, spray down my stencil and my glass board. My Pink and Main pink microfiber is in the wash. So I'm using my very cheap, like college dorm room Target brand. I much prefer my Pink and Main ones, but I think I have more upstairs somewhere. I just was running around, like a crazy person, my usual. So now our stencil is clean and ready to go for next time. Yeah, exactly. Mommy Guide said it's like a view from a plane, like a little sea of clouds. It's a little more vibrant in person too. Let me see if I have a setting different. Yeah, that's a little better. Right. Yeah, you can definitely see all of that texture now. Yeah, I love the stencil. It's so good. Okay, let's go ahead and color, and then we can come back to our assembling process. So I will tell you that I tried coloring with my new Olos, new to me Olos yesterday, and with no, just like guessing based on colors and numbers. And it was not bad, but not great. So today, I will tell you, Olo has a free downloadable color chart on their website. You can totally use that, and then it's free and you're supporting Olo, and that's great. I am so used to using my Sandy Allnock Copic hex chart that I went and got her Olo hex chart, printed it out on my Copic Express It paper today. And then, because that's, you always want to print it on the kind of paper you're going to be coloring on. And then I went and filled it in right before we went live. So now I have my color chart. I'm feeling very much more prepared to color up our cute little scene. I will tell you, I already grabbed the yellow, this really fun yellow cardstock for our scallops. So we're going to keep that in mind while we are picking out all of our other colors for our images. But I'm thinking I want kind of, some fun colors and like rainbow-ish, but not like rainbow order. I'm not looking to create a rainbow. I just want some really fun, summery pops of color. So this kind of section is really speaking to me, these really pretty BGs. And it's funny because the hex chart works by, Sandy puts like colors together, and sometimes they're in order and sometimes they're not, right? Like when you see like which YGs go together, it's like 2.1, and you would think it would go 2.3, but actually 1.2 is a great bridge between them. But for this one, this blend that I love is a 2.3, 2.4, 2.5. So we're going to use those. It's also going to take me a minute to get used to these being double-ended, which again is not a problem. It's just an adjustment. So I like those teals. I think we need a pink, right? Like teal, pink. We have our yellow, so maybe a little bit of yellow or a little like orangey yellow could be cute. Some fun little pops of color. So in our pinks, also I'm thinking mostly for these, like the banner and the actual air balloon, by the way. Obviously, like our clouds are going to be light, our cow's probably going to be black and white. Let's see. The pinks and purples are hard for both Copic and Olos. Maybe we'll stick with the RV ones. Oh, and I need one more connector because you guys might remember that I'd already gotten 2 of the V markers to play with. And when I put them all in order, I used those as like filler. So like somewhere in my G's, there's an uneven amount of G's. So one of my G markers has my extra like duplicate V on the back. So because I didn't have a connector for those, now I have one more connector for these. So of course that's the colors I'm picking today, the ones that are harder for me to use because they're short. 1, 2, 3. Okay. The other thing I will tell you as I have been playing is that these markers do not quite get the very, very fine, thin lines that I've been able to get with my Copics, which could again be part of the learning curve. Could definitely be user error. I am not immune to that. All right, so I'm going to try 2.4, 1.3, and then 2.2. We're going to try to jump because I just don't know. Actually, we should probably just stick with that. It looks really good. We'll just trust it. We're going to do these 3 right here for our like orangey yellows. So that should be cute. Our clouds I would normally do with cool grays, But I think I want to play around with some of the lighter blue so it does kind of, or BGs, so it does tie in with our background. And the nice thing about something like a hex chart or a swatch chart is you can hold them up to see what works. Like hold your paper up directly to it. So I'm thinking 2.1 and 2.3. 2.1. All right, see. There's only so many places they could be. Oh, I already grabbed them. They're the teal colors I picked. All right, well, then that makes me think I shouldn't use them. Oh, well, we're adding in the 2.1. Yeah, that'll be fine. That'll be fine. All right, let's start with those. We'll pick our earth colors, our basket and our cow colors here in a minute. All right, so we're gonna start with, I'm still trying to start with my darker shade first. And I'm going to start sweeping that color with these kind of soft U shapes along the bottom and the sides of my cloud. Okay. Looks so light on camera. It does not look like that light. What are we gonna do? Yeah, that's a little more accurate. I think the light is just like glowing it out a little bit. All right, and then we're gonna blend that out with our 2.1. Right, and then just like our other markers we've used in the past, this set does come with a 0, which is basically like the blending marker that takes your stuff back to no color. So we're going to run that over the edges to make sure that that all blends out. And once that evaporates out, I'll show you how it looks. Well, let's see. Oh yeah, Virginia, I'm not planning on stopping using Copics. We'll go back and forth between them. And on my personal channel, I'll be using both. So you don't have to be worried that I'm going to stop using them. And anytime I can, I will try to share some like comparable colors between brands too. So yeah, don't worry about that. Darcel, the yellow that I'm using is in the description. I linked all of the products down there for you guys before when I scheduled the live. So we should be good. Yeah, so those clouds look pretty cute with our little cloudy background. Let's just keep it going with our teals. And we're going to jump all the way to, I'm going to shift down so they looks different than the clouds. We're going to jump all the way down to BG 2.7. And I'm going to add my darkest color here up at the top and the bottom. Right, those would be the places. Well, this is kind of with a center light source, which probably isn't super accurate, but it's what I'm doing. Especially because we don't have a sun on our card. There's a very cute sun in the stamp set, though. So we did 2.7, 2.5. Now we're going to jump to 2.4 and blend that in. And so far, the biggest difference that I found between the Olos and the Copics is that Olos are more free-flowing ink. So you just have to be mindful. It was easier yesterday for me to flood my paper than what I'm used to. So trying to not put a lot of pressure and kind of let the pens do their thing, but you can see I'm already saturating that paper. I'm starting to get a little bit of bleeding. So some of that might be the paper, right? I might have to adjust my paper. I know a lot of people say they, color on other papers. I know I've heard good things about Hammermill. We could always try using these on some ice rink cardstock as well, just to see with a different, with the different amount of ink, we might have to kind of shift and test. I think that's normal and just part of the process. Nothing wrong with that. And it could also just, like I said, be me getting used to them. Maybe I'm just over applying. Me having a too much gene, can you even imagine? Oh, Karen said she loves the Arteza. I think it's Arteza. But she can't find a color chart. So if anybody finds or has a color chart for Arteza markers, let us know. Okay, let's do our orangey shades next. So we're going to go 2.4, 2.4. Same thing, just pulling that color from the top and the bottom. Then you want 1.3, 1.3. Okay, and YO 2.3. And just remember, if I'm going through these colors and you want to figure them out again later, these replays exist forever. So I can't, because we pick our colors together in case I can, like, we have to switch things up, or sometimes we vote. I don't want to start trying to put colors in the description the way I do for like our papers and stuff, just because that's so much to try to plan out ahead of time. I don't want to do all that and then have the wrong color on there. But I will always put the caps, no matter what brand of markers I'm using, on the desk. And we can always come back to it later. That's a good little golden orangey yellow blend. I really like that. Oh, you know what else we should be doing? Is adding one of each of these colors to our banner here. Got that. Let's try our pink, even with it being, a little baby marker. So RV 1.7. On the top and the bottom. Then we'll jump to 1.5. And R and V and RV markers, I did this to myself, can be notoriously tough to blend, again, across any marker company. So we're just going to run those colors back and forth a little bit. Using the lightest shade from each on that little banner. Very cute. A little bit more like jewel tony than I was envisioning, but I like it. Still like it. All right, I'm going to keep this little bottom heater part pretty simple. We're just going to go in with a little warm gray 5 on either side, and then add a little bit of the 3, the WG3 in the middle. Those act just like our warm gray W markers and our Copics. Those, those. And I'm still trying to figure out what the heck the difference really is between an OR, an O, a YO, and a Y. I mean, I guess it's the ORs are basically brown, like orange reds, but they're not all really red. I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't matter as long as the colors look good, right? Let's tackle our little cow next. He's going to be pretty easy. I want to pull in cool grays for him. I want a little black and white cow. So I'm going to go in with a little bit of the cool gray 1 and outline his little face. Might not be enough contrast. Let's pop over to 3. And I'm going to keep that right on the edges because I don't want him to look gray. I want him to look white. And then we can blend that out with 0. So we're basically doing 3 and 0. Just on the outside of his face and his little feet. Okay, and then for his darker parts, we're going to go all the way to, still in the CGs, but we're going to jump all the way to 9. And I'm going to put that on the outer part of his little spot and the under part of that ear. And just the very lightest bit on that eye. His eye patch and the bottoms of his little hooves. Then we're going to switch to 7. Start pulling that out a little bit. I'm going to be very careful around that eye. Then we'll go all the way to 5, and we can kind of fill in more with that. Because as long as those darkest parts are there, your eye will still read that as the whole part is black. Even though we kept it light enough that you can see that little eye, right? And let's keep it simple. I'm sure it's not anatomically correct, but let's grab, what did we just use? YO 2.3. We'll just make his horns yellow. I feel like I've seen that on TV. The same as our lightest shade from our balloon and our little banner. His horns can just be really pale yellow. That's fine. And then he needs a brown little basket to live in. So these little flies are driving me crazy. Some big jumps over here. Let's try the 4s. No. 4.6. 4.3. It's not huge anyway. And then 4.1, I guess. It still seems like a big jump, but we're going to try. Oh, yes. 100%, Melissa. You always rescue me. I literally was leaving the nose to make it super light, cute pink, and then completely forgot. So I want OR 2.2, which is this really cute little peachy baby pink. Where no, what you want to? O-R. Perfect. Oh my gosh. Oh, isn't it just so cute? I just want to make like 100 of those. All right, so we're going to start with O 4.6. And you guys know I like to leave that little edge on either side for a little reflective light. Same on the basket. Kind of letting it connect to the edge on the top and the bottom, because there would definitely be a shadow caused by the kind of like lip on that basket. We'll go down to 4.3. And I think these are also ones that they smooth out kind of as they dry. And I think maybe that's why I'm over applying ink on accident, is because I'm not giving them a chance to kind of shift on their own before I add more. So that's our little basket. And there's our first image drawn all together with our new markers. Hey, Irma. All good. And I see Diane's checking in. And Melissa said we got to look out for each other. Yeah, you guys save me regularly, and Melissa especially reads my mind somehow and saves me often. Often. It's actually a wonder to me that I manage to get so much stuff done when I'm not live. Like, there's no one there to tell me, like, hey, girlfriend, you forgot whatever. Just over here, like, spinning in my desk chair. All right, I'm prepping my little die packaging so that it can hold my stamped camera dies. You guys know I love to keep my sets together. So I just trimmed off the little floppy part, and I trimmed off the hanging tag part. So I have the little like a zip section. Then we will take more backing paper. The die set packaging is always bigger than the stamp set packaging. So I always just tuck it in with the die set. Now we have extra packaging we can save to make a shaker card on another day. We will grab our coordinating dies that we don't need to snip, because Michelle took care of that part for us. Save that extra paper. We will get, oh, and remember the other day I couldn't find my washi tape? My mom is here this weekend, and she found it, I think, in one of my daughter's rooms, and was like, isn't that your mother's tape? You should probably go put that back at her desk. So she was on the lookout for it for me, because she watches, so she knew I was missing it. And I didn't think to go check their rooms, but now I know that's the secret hiding place. Melissa said she loves crafting with others. I love crafting with you guys. I've never crafted with other people. Well, I guess, see, I would say I've never done it. I don't think Simon Says Create should really count, because, like, I wasn't crafting, I was just helping other people. But I've never crafted with, like, co-crafted, just like on my own, being fully creative, making choices of my own with other people live. In person, I guess I should say. That's what I meant, in person. All right, so let's just do these first. Let's just get these guys taken care of. wipe off my cutting plate. The next thing I'm going to do is get in the die cutting machine. This one is just getting worse and worse by the day. And she has made it a solid, like, over 4 years. She's put in work, but stuff's starting to, like, fall apart. Okay. Everybody back on our little backing sheet. If you guys have a strong opinion about your die cutting machine, please let me know or DM me on Instagram. My Instagram's in the description too. Mine is, but so is Pink and Main's. Make sure you're following both of us. Hey. But I I've only ever used the Big Shot. So like I know that I don't really want an electric one, I don't think. But I don't want room for all that, and I don't have a space to keep it up on something plugged in. But I'm just curious to see what everyone thinks. Let's see if we can get kind of the general vibe. That's kind of what I'm thinking. And we'll stamp our sentiment directly on down here, I think. But before we do that, let's get our layered scallop dies situated. Michelle, I'm in Delaware. Good old Delaware. Which, in case someone else doesn't know, is on the East Coast, south of Pennsylvania, north of like Maryland / next to ish Maryland, depending on how far you want to look on the map. I went to London for a study abroad in college, and I went to University of Delaware. When I did that, we were there. People would be like, "Oh, what school are you here with?" And I'm like, "Delaware," and they were like, "I've never heard of that." And then I went to Vegas or somewhere for a work trip once, and people were like, "Where are you from?" And I was like, "Delaware." They were American, and they were like, "I don't know where that is." I don't know what that is. It's okay. We're pretty small. Um, the Gemini Junior, Spellbinders, Platinums are good. You guys are giving me lots of ideas to look into. Even if you just tell me it's something you generally like, or if you've tried something that you hated, you can also DM me that, and at least I'll know what to avoid. I feel like I really haven't heard terrible things about any of them. I just know that like electric versus hand crank seems to be like people like tend to love one over the other. Or I know people who have like some mobility issues or like wrist issues and things like that. That the electric ones are way better for that as well. I just don't think I have the space. Misty said she was born in PA, but she's a Cali girl now. Yeah. All right, so the way these work, if you've missed it before, our scallop dies, when you just do the same die twice, right? These are exactly the same. And you take one of your layers and you rotate it 180 degrees. And then that's what gives you your scallop. And once you put your cover panel on it, you lose that whole, like this looks kind of weird because you're like, you can see the edges. Once you cover it and you don't really see the edges anymore, you get that full scallop effect, which I think for this is giving me like happy sunflower kind of vibes. Oh, my glue is really stopped up. We might have to use a glue from a friend. A pink and green friend. That's not the right thing. I don't have a needle here to poke in like I should. And the last time I tried using one of my little pokey tools, I broke it. And so now I don't have one of those either. This whole thing needs to be cleaned out. It's because I have like so little left. Okay, well, you're my witnesses. Given my options, I would use my pink and green glue if I could, but I can't. So we're going to share some love with Lawn Fawn. They have some exciting something coming out tomorrow. I'm very excited to hear what it is. There's more than enough room at the table for everybody. When card companies do well, all card companies do well, right? When we're all growing our community, good things come to everyone. Yes, Sherry, this is a mini slimline card. So its finished dimensions are going to be, what are you? Well, this is 3 1/4, and I guess by 5 3/4, but my normal ones are 3 1/2 by 6 and 6. 3 1/2 by 6 mini slim, which we can make a true mini slim card and just get this attached so we can see it with that white background. Little mat around the edges. And then we can all be shocked together that Caitlin actually put a card front on the card. Oh, Melissa said she knows the Lawn Fawn secret. Oh my gosh. Or do you just know what I'm talking about? You actually know the secret? I want to know the secret. I'll patiently wait. I'm not asking for spoilers, but I am intrigued, that's for sure. Because you guys, it's about something about coloring. You guys know I love coloring. So, okay, we're going to take my other piece of ice rink. And so we need 6 by 7. Guess you should be 7. And you can be 6. And we need our scoring board, which I lost a little scoring to a while ago. Okay, we're going to score, this is the 7-inch side. We're going to score it 3 1/2. You know what I was thinking we haven't done in a long time? Maybe, no, I'm pretty sure we did it at some point. Was make like a fun 3D, like a box, or like a, yeah, we definitely did a box. We did a little spider box for Halloween last year. Do you guys have any interest? Whoa, I cut that super crooked. Wow. Do you guys have any interest in doing something fun like that again at some point this summer? A little, you wouldn't need a die for it. I'd walk you through the dimensions. We'd have a little template you could use. I just thought that was so fun when we did it before. Karen said she wants to. Melissa said it's a game changer. I can't believe no one else has done it. I'm so excited now. Okay, so this, there you go. So you can see this is going to give us that cute little white mat right around our scallops, because it's just a tiny bit smaller than our standard mini slim. And you don't have to make it a standard mini slim. You could cut your card backer down, like your card base down a little bit. That would be fine. It never hurts to try new things. That's the attitude that I try so hard to keep too, Donna. I agree. It doesn't hurt to try something different. And if you don't love it, you just move on to the next fun thing. I feel like we're in such a cool hobby industry, but there's always something else fun we can try next. But before I can add these, I need to stamp my sentiment. I think I'm just going to stamp it in the black because I want to pop up my characters with foam. So I have those little tiny smudges. They look really tiny on here, but in person you can see them. So we're going to just use the basket to cover that up. That's my goal. Basket just a little off to the side. That'll cover it up perfectly. So we're going to just lay that there to hold the space. We're going to take our stamp set one more time. And I was leaning sending smiles across the miles. But now, because I have this space I want to take up, I'm thinking that just a note to lift your spirits. Because I want that extra lift, no pun, mostly no pun intended, to that space. It'll eat up that distance and make it feel like it was intentional. Let's see. Ooh, so straight. It's so good on that. I feel like that's what I've improved on the most in this last, like, I don't know, year of card making is I've really been good about eyeballing if things are like level. Just a note to lift your spirits. Would have also been cute if we heat embossed it, but I already done glued everything together. That's this part. You could also stamp some of those little hearts. There's like little solid hearts. You could stamp some hearts in the sky. Let's get some foam on our little air balloon. And I think I'm going to pop up the balloon and the cow, but not the clouds. Looks pretty cute. The cow is just going to get tucked right in there. So I'm going to pop just a tiny little piece of foam right in between the strings. It's easier than trying to guess and line up the cow with the tape already on it. There you go. So he just gets popped right on. Oh, that was the wrong way. Here we go. Right? The font on this is really cute. I love this style. This is definitely like a little like hint of different for Pink and Mean, and I love it so much. I love when things are like just unexpected enough. Adding that banner, a little liquid glue, kind of tucking it under one side. That looks so cute. And I still think I want one cloud up here, and I'm going to let the clouds break the little the edge of the card stock, the edge of the paper on both sides. So it's going to creep not over to the white, but over onto our scallops. And I think that that's perfect. It'll kind of tie everything together, kind of give that feeling that our scene extends off the card a little bit. Yeah. And I think I'm going to resist the urge of adding sparkle because I think this is just so sweet that it really can stand on its own. So I think that's our card. I don't even want to add like white highlight. I think he's just so cute. You can see all those little clouds in the background. He's just floating up. I would be so happy to get a little card like this. So I hope that you guys are feeling inspired. This is that stamp and die of the month, the Lift Your Spirits stamp. You can get just the stamp. You can get the stamp with the die as part of the subscription. Both of those are options. And then this set will also become available for normal purchase at the release, which is the third Friday of every month. So keep an eye out for that. If you guys make any cards with this stamp set, make sure that you tag Pink and Main and tag my personal card making account at Caitlin Annalie Cards. Everything's in the description of this video, but I would love to see what you make. I do have the foil of the month and the is it the crafty? I think it's the crafty courtyard. I have those now. They came over the weekend. So if you would like to see the dies from the crafty courtyard kit get used or the new foil get used for Thursday, definitely leave me some comments below and let me know what you would prefer to see at least first. We might show both of them, but which one are you most interested in seeing first? And yeah, I'm so excited. This one turned out really sweet. So thank you guys so much for coming to hang out with me. I hope that you have a great night. Leave me those votes in the comments, and I will see you back here on Thursday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Have a good night, guys. Until next time.